Welcome to this English listening lesson. Today, we are going to talk about something that can change the way you face difficult moments in life. Our topic is how to become mentally strong. But what does mental strength really mean? Does it mean never feeling afraid? Does it mean never feeling sad? Does it mean always being confident? No. Being mentally strong does not mean that you never have difficult feelings. It means learning how to handle difficult moments without allowing them to control every decision you make. Life will not always be easy. Some days will be exciting. Other days may feel stressful. Sometimes things will happen that you did not expect. You may make mistakes. You may fail at something. You may hear criticism. You may feel nervous about your future. These experiences are part of life. The important thing is learning how to respond. Imagine two people facing the same difficult situation. One person immediately becomes angry and gives up. The other person takes a moment, stays calm, thinks carefully, and asks, "What can I do next?" The second person is not necessarily stronger because they never feel stress. They are stronger because they have learned to pause and choose their response. That is mental strength. And the good news is that it can be developed. Just like you train your body through regular practice, you can develop useful mental habits through daily practice. You can learn to control your reactions. You can learn to focus on what you can control. You can learn from mistakes. You can become more patient. You can build confidence through small actions. And you can learn to keep moving forward when things do not go according to plan. You do not need to change everything today. Start with one small habit. Maybe today, when something makes you angry, take a moment before responding. Maybe when you make a mistake, ask yourself what you can learn from it. Maybe when you feel worried, focus on the next useful step instead of thinking about every possible problem at once. Small choices can become strong habits. So during this lesson, listen carefully. You are not only practicing English, you are also learning useful ideas about patience, focus, confidence, and personal growth. Remember this: mental strength is not about being perfect. It is about learning how to respond, recover, and continue. Your mind deserves training too. So take a deep breath, focus on the lesson, and let's begin this journey together. Train your mind daily. Stay calm. Keep learning. Keep growing. Welcome to How to Become Mentally Strong. Control your reactions. One of the most important parts of becoming mentally strong is learning how to control your reactions. Life will sometimes give you situations you do not like. Someone may say something that hurts your feelings. You may receive bad news. You may make a mistake. You may fail at something you really wanted to achieve. In those moments, your first reaction may be anger, fear, or frustration. That is normal. But mental strength means learning to pause before you react. Imagine someone says something negative to you. You immediately want to answer. You want to defend yourself. You want to say something angry. But instead of reacting quickly, stop for a moment. Take a breath. Think. Ask yourself, will my response make this situation better or worse? That simple question can change everything. You cannot control every person. You cannot control everything that happens around you. But you can learn to control how you respond. This does not mean you should ignore your feelings. Your feelings are real and important. It means you do not have to let one strong emotion make every decision for you. Sometimes the strongest response is calm. Sometimes the smartest response is silence. And sometimes the best response is simply walking away from an unnecessary argument. Mental strength also means knowing what deserves your energy. Not every problem needs your attention. Not every opinion needs an answer. Not every negative comment deserves a reaction. If you spend all your energy responding to every small problem, you will have less energy for the things that truly matter. Think about your goals. Think about your education. Think about your English. Think about your future. These things deserve your attention. So when something difficult happens, ask yourself, can I control this? If you can control it, take action. If you cannot control it, try not to waste all your energy fighting against it. Focus on what you can do next. This is a powerful habit. You may not control the situation, but you can control your next step. You may not control what someone says, but you can control how you respond. You may not control yesterday, but you can control what you do today. That is where your power is. So the next time you feel angry or stressed, remember, pause, breathe, think, then respond. Do not let a few seconds of emotion control a decision that could affect your entire day. You are learning, you are growing, and every time you choose a thoughtful response instead of an automatic reaction, you are training your mind to become stronger. Control your reaction, protect your peace, and choose your next step wisely. Stay calm under pressure. Life will not always go the way you planned. Sometimes problems appear when you least expect them. You may have an important exam tomorrow. You may have a difficult task to finish. You may be worried about your future. You may make a mistake in front of other people. In these moments, it is easy to feel pressure. Your mind may start saying, "What if I fail? What if I make a mistake? What will people think about me?" When these thoughts become too strong, it can be difficult to think clearly. That is why learning to stay calm is an important part of mental strength. Being calm does not mean that you have no problems. It means you do not allow pressure to control your actions. Imagine you have an important English test. You sit down and see a difficult question. You do not know the answer immediately. You feel nervous. You might want to give up. But instead, take a slow breath. Read the question again. Look at the information you know. Then try your best. One difficult question does not mean the entire test is impossible. The same idea applies to life. One difficult moment does not mean your entire future is bad. Sometimes, when we feel pressure, we think about everything at once. We think about yesterday. We worry about tomorrow. We think about 10 different problems. This makes the situation feel much bigger. Instead, focus on one problem at a time. Ask yourself, what can I do right now? Not tomorrow. Not next year. Not everything at once. Just the next useful step. If you have a big project, start with the first small task. If you have a difficult lesson, study one section. If you made a mistake, understand what happened and decide what to do next. Small actions can make difficult situations feel more manageable. Another important habit is learning to slow down before making decisions. When you are under pressure, you may want to act quickly. But quick decisions are not always good decisions. Give yourself a moment. Breathe. Think. then choose. You do not have to solve every problem immediately. Sometimes, giving yourself a little time can help you see the situation more clearly. And remember, asking for help is also a smart decision. If you do not understand something, ask a teacher. If you are confused about a task, ask someone you trust. You do not have to handle every challenge alone. Mental strength is not about pretending that everything is easy. It is about facing difficulties with patience and courage. So the next time you feel pressure, remember these 4 words. Stop, breathe, think. Do not let pressure decide your future. Stay calm. Focus on what you can control. Take one step at a time. Because even when life becomes difficult, a calm mind can help you find a better way forward. You cannot always control the pressure around you, but you can train yourself to respond with patience, focus, and strength. Stop overthinking. One of the biggest challenges for many people is overthinking. You think about a problem again and again. You imagine what could go wrong. You worry about what people might say. You remember an old mistake and wonder what you should have done differently. Then you start thinking about the future. Before you know it, your mind is tired, even though you have not done anything. Overthinking can make a small problem feel much bigger. For example, imagine you need to speak English in front of other people. You might think, what if I make a mistake? What if they laugh? What if my English is not good enough? These thoughts can make you nervous before you even begin. But ask yourself an important question. Can I control what other people think? No. You cannot control every opinion, but you can control your preparation. You can practice your English. You can prepare your sentences. You can take your time. You can speak and learn from your mistakes. That is where your energy should go. Mental strength means learning to separate what you can control from what you cannot control. If you can control something, take action. If you cannot control it, try not to spend all your energy worrying about it. Another useful habit is to focus on the present moment. When your mind starts thinking about 10 different problems, bring your attention back to what you are doing right now. If you are studying, study. If you are listening, listen. If you are working, work. You do not need to solve your entire future today. You only need to take the next useful step. And remember, making mistakes is part of learning. You will not always choose perfectly. You will sometimes say the wrong thing. You will sometimes make a decision that you later wish you had made differently. That is okay. Instead of asking, "Why did I do that?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" This changes your mind from focusing on regret to focusing on growth. You cannot go back and change yesterday, but you can use yesterday's lesson to make a better decision today. So when your mind becomes too busy, stop for a moment. Take a breath. Identify the problem. Ask what you can control. Then take one small action. Do not allow your thoughts to become a prison. Use your thoughts as a tool. Think carefully. Plan wisely. Then act. A strong mind does not think about everything. It knows what deserves attention. You do not need to win every argument in your head. Sometimes you simply need to stop thinking and start taking the next step. Less overthinking, more action, more focus, more progress. Learn from difficult moments. Life will not always be easy. There will be days when everything goes well, But there will also be days when you face problems, disappointment, and failure. These difficult moments can teach you something important. They can teach you how strong you can become. When something goes wrong, your first thought may be, "Why is this happening to me?" Instead, try asking, "What can I learn from this?" That question can change the way you see problems. Imagine you fail an English test. You may feel disappointed, but failing one test does not mean you cannot learn English. Maybe you did not study enough. Maybe you need more listening practice. Maybe you need to review some vocabulary. Now you know what you need to improve. The failure becomes a lesson. The same thing happens in everyday life. A mistake can show you what to change. A difficult experience can teach you patience. A challenge can teach you how to solve problems. And a disappointment can teach you that one bad moment does not decide your entire future. Mentally strong people do not avoid every difficult situation. They learn how to move through difficult situations. They ask, "What can I do better next time?" Then they try again. Do not be afraid of mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. When you make one, do not spend all your energy blaming yourself. Look at it honestly. Learn the lesson. Make a better plan. Then continue. You should also remember that progress is not always easy to see. Sometimes you are improving even when you feel like nothing is changing. Every English sentence you practice adds experience. Every difficult problem you solve teaches you something. Every time you continue after disappointment, you become more resilient. So do not judge your entire journey by one difficult day. One bad day is only one day. One mistake is only one mistake. One failure is only one event. It does not define who you are or what you can become. When life becomes difficult, give yourself time to think. Talk to someone you trust when you need support. Take a break when you need one. Then return to your goals when you are ready. Being mentally strong does not mean handling everything alone. It means knowing how to respond wisely. So the next time something goes wrong, remember 3 simple steps. Accept it. Learn from it. Move forward. You cannot change everything that happened yesterday, but you can decide what you will do with the lesson. Your challenges can become teachers. Your mistakes can become experience. And your difficult moments can help you become wiser and stronger. Do not let one difficult chapter make you believe the whole story is finished. Keep learning. Keep growing. Keep moving forward. Build a strong daily mindset. Mental strength is not built in one day. It is built through the small choices you make every day. The way you start your morning can affect the way you spend the rest of your day. If you begin your day feeling negative, distracted, and without a plan, it may become harder to focus. But you can create a better routine. When you wake up, take a moment to think about your day. Ask yourself, what is one important thing I want to accomplish today? It does not need to be a huge goal. Maybe you want to study English for 20 minutes. Maybe you want to finish an important task. Maybe you want to read a few pages. Maybe you simply want to be more patient today. Choose one goal and take action. A strong mindset is not about telling yourself that everything will always be easy. It is about telling yourself, even when something is difficult, I can take the next step. That is a powerful way to think. You will have good days. You will also have difficult days. Do not expect yourself to feel positive every minute. Instead, learn to stay balanced. When something goes well, be grateful. When something goes wrong, learn from it. When you make progress, celebrate it. When you make a mistake, correct it. This balanced mindset can help you keep moving forward. Another important habit is being careful about the things you put into your mind. The videos you watch, the conversations you have, and the information you consume can influence your thoughts. Choose things that help you learn and grow. Spend time with people who encourage you to become better. Listen to useful lessons. Read things that teach you something valuable. Your mind needs good information just as your body needs good food. But remember, you do not need to become positive all the time. Sometimes life is difficult. It is okay to admit that you are having a bad day. The goal is not to pretend that problems do not exist. The goal is to face them without losing hope. When you have a difficult day, tell yourself, "Today is difficult, but it will not last forever." Then focus on what you can do. Maybe you cannot solve the whole problem today. That is okay. Solve one small part. Take one step. Then take another tomorrow. A strong mindset grows through repetition. Every time you choose patience instead of anger, you are practicing. Every time you choose action instead of endless worry, you are practicing. Every time you continue after a mistake, you are practicing. Over time, these small choices become habits, and those habits can change the way you handle challenges. So start today. Take care of your mind. Choose your priorities. Protect your attention. Learn from your experiences. And remember, you do not need to have a perfect life to have a strong mind. You simply need to keep learning how to handle life one day at a time. Build your mindset today and let your daily choices shape a stronger tomorrow. Believe in yourself. Believing in yourself is an important part of mental strength. Sometimes the biggest obstacle is not the problem in front of you. It is the voice inside your mind saying, "I cannot do this. I am not good enough. Maybe I should give up." Everyone can have thoughts like these, but you do not have to believe every negative thought that enters your mind. When you hear, "I cannot do this," try changing it to, "I cannot do this yet, but I can learn." That small word, "yet," can change the way you think. Maybe your English is not where you want it to be today. That does not mean it will stay that way. You can practice. You can listen. You can speak. You can make mistakes. You can learn. And slowly you can improve. Confidence does not appear magically. It often grows when you take action and see yourself making progress. Imagine you are afraid to speak English. You could wait until you feel completely confident. But that day may never come. Instead, start with one sentence, then another. Speak slowly. Make mistakes. Learn from them. The next time, try again. Each small attempt gives you more experience, and that experience can help you feel more confident. The same idea applies to your goals. Do not wait until you feel ready for everything. Start with what you know. Use what you have. Learn what you do not know. You do not need to compare your journey with someone else's. Someone may be ahead of you today. That does not mean you cannot improve tomorrow. Your journey is your own. Focus on your progress. Ask yourself, am I better than I was before? If the answer is yes, even a little, then you are moving forward. And when you have a difficult day, remind yourself of the things you have already overcome. Think about the challenges you faced before. You made it through them. You learned something. You continued. That means you are capable of facing new challenges too. Believing in yourself does not mean thinking you can do everything perfectly. It means trusting yourself enough to try. It means knowing that mistakes are part of learning. It means giving yourself another chance. So stop waiting for someone else to tell you that you are capable. Start giving yourself permission to learn. Start giving yourself permission to make mistakes. Start giving yourself permission to grow. You may not know exactly where your journey will take you, but you can choose your next step. And sometimes one brave step is enough to begin something great. Remember, believe in your ability to learn. Believe in your ability to improve. Believe in your ability to keep going. Your confidence may grow slowly, but every step matters. So keep practicing, keep learning, keep moving, because the person you want to become is built through the choices you make today. Believe in yourself, take the next step, and never let one difficult moment decide your whole future. Keep going when life gets difficult. Life will not always be easy. There will be moments when you feel tired, disappointed, or unsure about your future. You may work hard and still not see the results you expected. You may try something several times and still make mistakes. At moments like these, it is easy to think, maybe I should give up. But sometimes the difference between giving up and making progress is simply choosing to take one more step. You do not need to solve everything today. You only need to ask, what can I do next? If your goal is to learn English, listen to one more lesson. If you are trying to improve a skill, practice one more time. If you made a mistake, learn from it and try again. Progress can be slow, but slow progress is still progress. Remember, difficult days do not mean that your journey is going in the wrong direction. Sometimes difficult days are part of the journey. When things become challenging, do not compare your life with someone else's. You may see someone succeeding and think they have an easy life, but you do not know their entire story. Focus on your own path. Your goal is not to become someone else. Your goal is to become a stronger and better version of yourself. And when you feel tired, remember to rest. Taking a healthy break does not mean giving up. Rest can help you return with a clearer mind and renewed energy. Then, when you are ready, continue. The strongest people are not people who never struggle. They are people who learn how to continue after difficult moments. So if today is difficult, take it one step at a time. If tomorrow is difficult, do the same. You do not have to see the entire road. Sometimes you only need to see the next step. Keep learning. Keep practicing. Keep believing that improvement is possible. Your story is still being written. One difficult day cannot decide your whole future. One mistake cannot erase your progress. One failure cannot define you. Keep going. Keep growing. Keep moving forward. And remember, you do not need to be strong every second. You only need to keep choosing your next positive step. Final message: train your mind every day. We have reached the final part of our lesson. Before you leave, remember the most important message. Mental strength is not something you are simply born with. It is something you can develop through practice. You can become stronger by learning how to control your reactions. You can become stronger by staying calm under pressure. You can become stronger by stopping overthinking and focusing on what you can control. You can become stronger by learning from difficult moments instead of allowing them to stop you. And you can become stronger by believing in yourself and continuing when life becomes difficult. You do not need to become a completely different person tomorrow. Start with one small change. When you feel angry, pause before reacting. When you feel worried, focus on the next useful step. When you make a mistake, learn from it. When you feel tired, take a proper break. When you feel like giving up, remember why you started. These small choices may seem simple, but they can shape your mindset over time. Remember, a strong mind does not mean you never have difficult days. It means you know how to return after those difficult days. You may fall behind. You may make mistakes. You may lose confidence sometimes. That is part of being human. What matters is that you do not let one difficult moment decide your entire story. Your future is still ahead of you. There are things you have not learned yet. There are skills you have not developed yet. There are opportunities you have not seen yet. So keep learning, keep practicing, keep improving, and most importantly, keep believing that you can grow. If this lesson helped you improve your English or gave you a useful idea for your life, please like this video. Subscribe to the channel for more easy English lessons, stories, and listening practice. And share this video with a friend who is also learning English. Thank you for spending this time with me. Keep your mind strong. Keep your heart hopeful. Keep learning every day. And remember, you cannot control everything that happens in life, but you can train yourself to choose how you respond. Stay calm. Stay focused. Keep going. Your journey is not finished. This is only the beginning. See you in the next lesson.